Hi, I'm Marina J, and I help you flourish after narcissistic relationships. You're not bad at self-love. It's the mother wound. If you have found it, if you find it hard to love yourself and to nourish yourself with good food, good people, good experiences, if you find it hard to have boundaries, to really protect yourself, if you find it hard to be kind to yourself, if you find it hard to nourish yourself regularly, it's not that you're bad at self-love, it's the mother wound. And the mother wound can quite often come from key women in your life who either were narcissistic or who didn't know how to love you unconditionally because they weren't able to do that for themselves. And so when we've had the mother wound, we take that and we run with it and we end up mothering ourselves in the same way that they did. So they were hard on us, we are hard on us. They required you to be perfect. Notice, do you require yourself to be perfect? They required you to give them a lot of attention, but not to give you what you needed. Notice, do you do that in your own life where you give people what they need? So they're happy, they walk away happy, but you don't get your needs met. And maybe that's because you have no needs. Notice, do you require very little from people? This is the mother wound, okay, where we weren't nourished, we weren't given to ourselves in the way that we really needed. And so you end up treating yourself the same way that she did. That could have been your mom, that could have been your auntie, that could have been your sister, a key woman in your life, particularly when you were growing up. And so just notice for you, do you feel that you have to be on your A game? You have to be on your A game in order to be successful. You have to be on your A game in order to be loved. You have to be on your A game in order to be liked. You have to be on your A game in order to be loved. If this is you, your good will never be good enough. You're always going to be critical. You're always going to worry that maybe you're going to be like your mum and you don't want to be like your mum, right? You're going to be concerned that somewhere in you, it's like, well, maybe, just maybe, I'm hard work. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe it's me that's wrong. And you'll just not have a strong sense of self. It will be hard for you to serve yourself deeply, and you will much more likely be in your masculine energy and much more comfortable there being useful in relationships, caring for other people, loving other people, having empathy for other people, but having almost zero empathy for yourself, caring not very much for yourself, leaving yourself till last. And it's so interesting the way that we can carry this through. So embodying your soft feminine energy, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, is the huge pathway to healing the mother wound. So if you find it hard to serve yourself consistently and deeply, okay, and it's so much easier for you to give in relationships than it is to receive, healing the relationship that you have with yourself, healing the mother wound, powerful, really powerful, and a key part of actually healing and flourishing. And so notice for you, do you find that emotions are hard for you to decipher? So perhaps you don't know what you're feeling, or perhaps you don't know how to self-soothe when you're feeling a particular way. Perhaps you don't know what to do with your anxiety or your fear or your anger because you weren't shown that, right? The mother wound is also, there's not much empathy for you. There's almost zero compassion for you because it's not about you, it's about them. And when you've grown up like that, you might find that you also then find it hard to be with yourself when you need, when you're emotional, when you're sad, when you're angry. And so healing the relationship you have with yourself is huge. You might expect other people to give you tons of nurturing because you can't give it to yourself. You don't know yet how to be really, really good to you. You might be super critical towards yourself, the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you think of yourself, right? You might find that you forgive others so easily, but you don't forgive yourself at all. You might find that you let people off the hook so easily, but you never let yourself off the hook. You're always to blame. It's always your fault. You're hard on yourself. I think the biggest thing that I see with people that have had the mother wound is that you're hard on yourself. And that feeling of, I need to be perfect. I need to be perfect to be loved. I need to do to be loved. Actually, you don't. Actually, you don't. Healing the mother wound is you realizing you can be on your Z game and be loved, be cherished, be adored, be celebrated because you're you. You're lovable just for being you. And one of the ways that you can begin to really turn this around is to start to really feel how people and how things affect you. So you start to build compassion for you and start to actually go, oh, that hurt. That didn't feel so good. And stay here. Stay here. Stay in having compassion for you, because that's how you're going to heal from the mother wound, so that the love for you is no longer conditional. The love that you have for yourself is unconditional. It's warm. You become your soft place to land. You feel how people affect you. And when you do that, you will always make the right decision on the right way to go. You're always going to honor yourself. So I hope this really supports you. It's a huge topic. I did some training on it. Training, it sounds like I'm training, but I did a beautiful class on it in my free Facebook group. I did that last week. So it's there. And if you can't find it, just put in hashtag the mother wound or hashtag Facebook Live and you'll find it. And you're very welcome to watch it. And I'm going to take you through some beautiful ways that you can really heal the mother wound. But the first one is, can you really have compassion for you? Feel how people affect you, and can you have compassion for you? And that will lead you to making the right loving decision for you. Because look at you, you're so beautiful. You're so easy to love. Oh, my love. See you next time.